guys, and welcome back. Oh my god, I know it's been a while. I'll explain all that later on in the video, but today we're going to be playing with this Saviland polygel nail kit, and they were also gracious enough to send me a pair of gloves to protect my hands in the UV lights. It has a little booklet explaining a little bit about, you know, what it protects and whatnot. I know there's been some recent articles talking about damage from the lamps, so we'll also touch on that, but let's go ahead and get started and see what is inside this box. Just for a moment, I put the gloves aside. I have my nails on already. I'm just using some half cover tips from Macart in a coffin shape, and I opted to use tips today because I prefer that method with polygel lately. At least the half cover ones. You guys know I don't use the forms, so I usually give those away to you guys because I know some of you do like to use them. So first things first, we've got a mini nail lamp in here, which looks very similar to most of the other ones that we get. Go ahead and pop her open and see what she looks like. But so there we go. She's got 4 lights in there, and it says Saviland on the front. Super cute. Now you guys know that I use my donut lamp, so I don't usually use these small lamps anymore on my desk. I find the donut one just so much easier to use, but I'll usually stick these in like a giveaway box, or if I do like a kit or something, these are always, you'll find them in giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, I know I have not got around to pick the winner of my most recent giveaways. I am getting to that. I've had some like health issues and other like personal problems that I've been dealing with, so that's why my videos have kind of been on and off lately, and I really do apologize for that because you know that I love you guys, but it's hard when I'm dealing with not feeling well. So for those of you that don't know, I do have some health issues. I technically am legally disabled, and so I'm always dealing with one thing or another. But just know that I will never stop posting on here. I will be back. I might need to take a week or 2 off sometimes. So in this little box, it says nail gel set, and this is the slip solution. I have never seen slip solution in a little container like this, so that's gonna be interesting. And then we have our base and our top coat, of course. And then getting to the good stuff, I know that's what you guys want to see, is the polygel. So let's see. So this is a nude collection, and you get, what do we got here? 6 colors. I cannot count, you guys. Oh. Okay, so I do want to swatch all these, but so far we've got a clear, a white. This is a rosy pink. Then we've got nude pink. Woo! Milk tea. Ooh, that'll be interesting to see what that looks like. And cinnamon. Now I have their color cinnamon, and it's one of my favorite like brown nude shades, so I'm curious to see if it's the same. And then in this little section we've got our files, which looks like they give me 2 files, their forms, and their polygel brush, so that will come in handy. And then we've got the instruction booklet, of course. So if you are new to polygel, you might want to take a minute to go ahead and read this, but for me, I've been doing this a while now, so I'm good on that. All right, I want to swatch these, so let me get something that we can swatch on. All right, so I already swatched the clear, and then here is the white. These small bottles are kind of annoying sometimes because they are full of air. I know that's kind of hard to see, but that is the white. And then the rosy pink. Now I am gonna do a, excuse me. I am gonna do a pink nail look today, and what I'm thinking is like an ombre of pink gel polishes. So like going in pink order, and then an ombre over the top using one of these nude shades. So this is the rosy pink, which is really pretty. It's right up my alley for like a nude pink. Speaking of which, here's nude pink. Oh, that's so pretty too. It's more of like a corally color than milk tea. I want to get a little bit more out for you. God, that's nice too. It's gonna be hard to decide which one I want to use, but that one's really pretty. I mean, we're just getting a little darker in tonality. Now let's see cinnamon, because this is one of my favorite brown nude shades. If you watched my video where I did the book from Hocus Pocus, I used this color, but this doesn't look to be the same. This seems a little bit lighter than the cinnamon that I used. That one was more of a brown. This is definitely more on the pink side. Let's go ahead and cure these. I don't expect them to change any color, but at least we can cure them and kind of see how they look. I'm excited. I I'm kind of leaning between these two guys right here for the ombre. I think I'm leaning more towards the rosy pink. Just, I think it'll match the pink shades that I'm using. So, I'll be right back. So I was swatching my pink shades as well that I'm going to use, and I narrowed it down to these 5. So I've got 2 from this Rosalind 10-piece collection, and I'll just pop her open for you guys to see. It's got a bunch of nudes, it's got a couple pinks, and a white and a black. It's kind of perfect for like everyday use. I'll have a link down below for you guys to check out. They sent this to me, and I used the more fuchsia pink, which is this color right here, in another video. So I already know that I really like those polishes from that kit. And then we've got 3 from Valentino that I'm gonna be using as well. So these 3 guys right here. And then I grabbed this diamond gel from McCart, which I may or may not use. I kind of want to try to work it in there somehow. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I know that I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to work in reverse order. So I'm going to go light to dark, I think. Actually, I'm going to go light to dark because I like these 3 colors. I want them to be like more showcased. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just like painting all of my nails. That way I can get that over with. And I'm just going to be painting up to about like where the tip ends. That's where the polish is going to end. So let's go ahead and get started. What a beautiful, juicy color. I don't know why. Maybe I'm inspired by all of like the Barbie stuff that's been going on, and that's why I want to do a pink nail set, because you guys know I'm not like a pinky pink girl, but I've been seeing like gorgeous pink nails everywhere, and I just couldn't help myself. And I've had these pink polishes from Valentino for so long, and I've been meaning to do something with them, and I just never did. And I wanted to use the Rosalind polishes as well, so I figured, why the heck not? Okay, next color, I believe, is this one right here. No, this guy. So I'm going to continue to paint my nails, and then I will be back when they're all done so we can start applying polygel. Guys, I'm such an idiot. I just realized I said I was going to go light to dark, and what did I do? I started with the darkest color. God, sometimes you guys gotta like rein me in, I swear. Okay, let's start over here just so you can see this beautiful pink. I believe this is the last one that I'm gonna use. Oh my gosh. All right, check her out. She's beautiful, she's creamy, she's pink, and she's dreamy. All right, I'm gonna finish painting and I'll be back, guys. Okay, I'm all pinkified. I'm polished and ready to go. So I'm gonna start with the thumb so that way I can show you guys what I'm doing, and then I can do the rest off camera. I opened the slip solution, and I suspect this is just like a thinned out like top coat. It smells like a nail salon. Like, I don't really know how to tell what it smells like, to be honest with you. It kind of smells like turpentine. But yeah, it smells quite strong, but it also seems oily at the same time. I don't really know how to explain what it smells like, but I'm gonna start with a big old dollop on my thumb. Let's make sure that we're focused here. And then I'm just kind of working it into the lid with the brush, just so I don't have too much on here. And then I'm just gonna start patting everything in, and I like to start back at the cuticle, make sure the cuticle is nice and flush, and then I'll work on the ombre itself. So I just pat, pat, pat. Kind of the key to polygel is just patting. Patting and pushing, and yeah, so I need to get more on this side, so I'm just gonna kind of push it that way. And I just want to make sure that over here it gets nice and covered as well. And then I'll start the ombre. I kind of want to move this back a bit because I want it a bit higher up. I am going to go over everything with clear, so I'm not quite worried about the apex right now. I just want to make sure that my ombre looks good. So, and I'm not the best at an ombre. Like, I am still practicing and trying to get good at them because they are so beautiful. Like, I don't know. I think an ombre can be like a really pretty nail look that doesn't have to say much, you know? Like, you don't have to do much with it in order for it to look nice. So, the good thing about this polygel, something I was a little worried about, was the opacity, but it seems pretty good. I mean, this polish is very similar to the color of the polygel, so this ombre is going to look good probably no matter what. But I'm just going to keep going. This little piece back here, like, does not want to go into the cuticle, so I'm just trying to maneuver it. I am just going down here and slightly pulling down for the ombre effect. It's looking pretty good. Like I said, it would be kind of hard to screw up this finger since it's like almost the same exact color as the polygel. I do have quite a bit. I might need to scrape some off here. So I hate when I do that because I feel like it's such a waste of product, but what are you gonna do? Alright, and then I'm gonna grab some more of the slip solution and I'm just gonna kind of keep dipping into the cap over here. I'm going to kind of move back. It's kind of how I do them. I like sort of move back and forth. I just want to make sure nothing is getting off on my skin here because this is kind of falling a bit. It is really spreading out quite quickly, which is kind of scary. It moves quite fast. So, and I'm a slow worker, so I'm kind of playing catch with it a little bit. Which I don't like. So you can kind of see like this oiliness. That's from the slip solution. It's weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I've used other slip solutions like this before too, where they almost have this sort of like oil slick to them. Can't think of off the top of my head right now which one I was, but alright, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to screw this one up, but I think that looks halfway decent. So I'm just kind of feathering this down. It's like almost the same exact color, to be honest with you. It'd be really hard to like tell the difference. Sorry, I needed to look at it from this direction really quickly. I mean, they're almost identical in shade, so thank God this color is on my thumb and not like one of my main fingers, because that kind of sucks. Maybe I'll do something over here with that with that diamond gel, you know. Okay, I am just gonna quickly like finish this up off camera and then finish the other ones, and I'll be back to show you how they turned out. I might come in and show you one that actually you can see the difference with, because this was kind of a bad finger. Sorry. Okay, so this is where we're at so far, and you may notice that there's not really enough contrast between the rosy pink and the pink nails. And so what I've done is I added cinnamon to my thumb, and it looks gorgeous. So for my second bead on here, I usually work like 2 beads of color and then 1 bead of clear to kind of get that shape. So for my second bead, I'm going to go in with cinnamon and ombre that out, blend it out, and I think it's going to just add that contrast that I really am looking for. So I figured I would go ahead and do like my index nail so you could kind of see the different contrast between, you know, the two colors, since when we did my thumb, you really couldn't see much of a difference. And I shouldn't have done every single nail with this, you know, because as I went on, I was just like, it's not really working, but I kept using it anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on with cinnamon here, which is a beautiful nude color and has a wonderful, wonderful shade that just adds the perfect difference in colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this in, and I think that'll pretty much be it before I add a clear over the top. I want to protect my ombre because I am working really hard on it. I still not an expert in ombres, but I work really hard on them, and sometimes they turn out good and sometimes they're trash, but you know what? We can only hope for the best. So I pulled out my number 8 Kolinsky brush. I got this on Amazon. and I'll have it linked down below. I like to use this when I am working with polygel. It's a much bigger and thicker brush as opposed to the ones that you usually get in the kits. I like to use the smaller one, however, to sort of feather the polygel out for the ombre. So that's what I'm gonna do. Looks like I might have added a bit too much, but I think I can get a good apex with this, so I'm not worried about it. So anyways, to explain a little bit about what's going on with me, as most of you know, I had cancer in 2020 and I had a spinal tumor, which was on my sacrum and iliac crest. So I had that removed, I had reconstructive surgery done, and a lot of hardware put into my spine. That left me with a lot of pain and also like emotional issues like depression and anxiety because of such a change in lifestyle. I was a very active person before, and now I'm unable to really do most things. So I take Cymbalta as an antidepressant, and I ran out. Totally my fault. They give me like 6 bottles of it instead of just like 1 bottle when I get the prescriptions, and I thought I had another one in my medicine cabinet, and I didn't, and it took a couple days for me to get it. So I went through like a major withdrawal last week, which was not fun. I felt horrible. I was like falling asleep at literally like 4 o'clock. Like I couldn't stay awake. I was dizzy. I was agitated. I felt nauseous. Like it was just not a fun experience. And recently I have been experiencing a lot more pain than usual. Last year I had what's called an ablation done. Basically they go in and they like cauterize the nerve and they separate it so that you don't experience nerve pain, because I have a lot of nerve pain on the left side. And so they did that, and then they did like some injections in the office, and I felt great for probably about 4 months. And now all of a sudden the pain is back, and it almost feels similar to when I still had a tumor. So I'm sitting here like in excruciating pain trying to finish this video for you guys, but you know, I have an appointment to get the ablation done, so hopefully once that's done, I'll be feeling a little bit better. But it's just frustrating, you know, like anyone that deals with chronic pain or chronic illness must understand my struggle. It's really frustrating because one day you feel amazing and then the next day you feel just total utter crap. Like you don't want to do anything, you don't want to get off the couch because you can't. And you can't explain that to anybody because they don't understand, you know, why you don't feel good or what is actually going on with you. Like most people just, they can't comprehend what it feels like. So, you know, just know that I am not going to ever give up on my channel, but there's definitely going to be days where I just cannot film because I'm not feeling well, or other stuff, family stuff comes up. I have 2 kids. You can probably hear them like screaming in the background. They're playing. Yes, a 14-year-old and a 4-year-old are playing right now. They're either wrestling or like shooting like Nerf guns at each other. I'm not really sure what they're doing, but I hear them yelling in the background. It's a bedtime ritual for the 2 of them. I have no idea how a sparkle snuck in here, but it did. Son of a... How did that even get here? I don't even have any sparkles on my desk. And it's red nonetheless. Like, where the heck did that come from? Anywho, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm here. I'm just dealing with some stuff. So hopefully all of this will be over soon. Hopefully. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, but that's how she's looking so far. I think I can get a good apex out of the amount that I put on this nail, and I'm just feathering out with this little guy, and then I'm gonna do the rest of them, and I'll probably just do the clear cap off camera too, because it's pretty much the same thing, just blending and patting out polygel. And then I kind of like, I feel like I want to add something. I just haven't decided what that something is yet. So I'll be back and what will be like a second for you guys, but probably like 45 minutes for me. Right, guys, so I filed and I top coated some of the nails except for on these 2 fingers here. I wanted to add a little design, so I added this cute little heart design to this one, and I'm going to add it to this one now. So I saw this look on a different nail look when I was kind of trying to figure out what to do this week, and I fell in love with it, and I thought, why not just add it to this? I just want to wipe off this nail just just in case. It looks like I got a little dust on there, so just give that a good clean. And then let's get started. So it's pretty simple. It's basically just like 2 half hearts and then like a swirl in the middle. Nothing too crazy. On this nail, I want to basically start like on the opposite. So do like the lower one and then the one up top on that side. So I'm using this reflective gel from Betsy. Let me see what it is. It's number 005 and it's like a hot pink reflective nail gel. And then I kind of mixed in a little bit of that McCart one just to kind of deepen it up a bit because I feel like you couldn't really see it at first. So that's what we're working with. I figured I would bring out the polygel box so we could show off the final nail look. It is so stinking cute. This is my Barbie inspired nail look. I've been seeing so much Barbie content and I just knew that I had to do a pink girly nail look, and I hope that you guys really like this one. It was so much fun. It was a lot of work for me to do, but it was also fun at the same time. I really enjoyed working with Saviland and using their polygels. Honestly, they're really easy to work with. I just have to remember to not use too much slip solution because they have a tendency to be a little runny if you are heavy-handed with the slip solution. I stuck with alcohol for most of the time and that seemed to work for me. I also want to say a big thanks to Rosalind because if it wasn't for their polishes for inspiring me, I probably would not have done a look like this. So thank you so much, guys. I'm always so grateful to companies that want to send me product because it means that I get to make more content with you guys. Speaking of which, next week I'll be using a bunch of Born Pretty products that not only I purchased, but they also sent me. So we'll have a lot of stuff to look at and it'll be fun seeing what I choose to work with. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and please, before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really does help a lot. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye, guys.